Breaking news, the Indian pilot saga, a fuel-switching fiasco that's grounded the world in laughter. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the most outrageously over-the-top news broadcast you'll see this side of a Bollywood blockbuster. I'm your host, Sanjay Scoop Sharma, and tonight we're plunging into the wild and wacky tale of the Indian pilot story that's got everyone from New Delhi to New Jersey asking, what in the name of turbulence is going on? Strap in, because this is about to get bumpier than a monsoon flight. The headline that crash-landed into our hearts. It's the story that's taken the world by storm, or at least by crash. On June 12, 2025, Air India flight AA-171, a shiny Boeing 787 Dreamliner, took off from Ahmedabad en route to London. Moments later, it plummeted back to Earth faster than you can say in-flight meal, claiming 241 of its 242 passengers and crew, plus 19 unsuspecting souls on the ground. The lone survivor. Some lucky, or cursed, Brit seated in 11A, who's probably still clutching his complimentary peanuts in shock. Fast forward to July 13, and the preliminary report from India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, AAB, drops like a bombshell, or a badly piloted plane. The big reveal? The plane's fuel switches flipped from run to cutoff just seconds after takeoff, leaving the engines gasping like a fish out of water. In the cockpit, one pilot's heard shouting, "Why did you cut off?" While the other snaps back, "I didn't." It's like a marital spat at 30,000 feet, but with way worse consequences. Meet our experts, because who needs credentials? To unpack this mid-air mystery, we've assembled a crack team of experts. First up is Vikram Varma, a self-proclaimed military strategist whose credentials include beating Call of Duty on expert mode. Look, this is simple, Vikram says, adjusting his gaming headset. It's like when you're in a dogfight level, and you accidentally hit the self-destruct button. These pilots clearly forgot to save their progress. Next, we've got Dr. Priya Patel, a relationship counselor moonlighting as a diplomatic expert. India and Pakistan have been bickering over this pilot nonsense for years, she sighs, sipping chai. They just need to sit down, communicate their feelings, and maybe hug it out. Also, those fuel switches. Classic passive-aggressive behavior. On the ground chaos, reporting from Hawaii? For the latest updates, we go live to our intrepid reporter, Ria Roving Kapoor, who's inexplicably stationed on a beach in Hawaii. Sanjay, the tension here is thicker than a piña colada. Ria yells over the sound of crashing waves, holding a surfboard. Locals are terrified this pilot drama will disrupt their trade winds. One surfer told me, if India and Boeing can't sort this out, my gnarly waves are toast. Back to you. Meanwhile, in Ahmedabad, our other correspondent, Arjun Action Anand, is camped out at the crash site, now a tourist hotspot. Folks are lining up for selfies with the wreckage, Arjun reports, dodging a kid with a drone. One guy even asked the surviving passenger for an autograph, turns out he's a bigger celebrity than Shah Rukh Khan now. Political posturing, world leaders weigh in, sort of. The international community's response has been predictably absurd. India's Civil Aviation Minister, Ram Mohan Naidu, took to the podium with a stern warning, please, no conclusions until the final report, expected sometime in 2030, give or take a decade. Meanwhile, the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board is assisting, though sources say they're mostly arguing with Indian investigators over who gets the last samosa. Across the border, a Pakistani official chimed in, "We stand with India in this tragedy, provided they send us more mangoes." It's the least they can do after all this airspace drama. And from the UK, Prime Minister whoever's in charge this week declared, this is an outrage. But we're too busy with our own Brexit mess to care. Cheers. The Conspiracy Corner, who flipped the switch? The internet's buzzing with theories wilder than a monsoon storm. Was it a cyber attack by rogue hackers? A ghost pilot haunting the cockpit? Or, our favorite, a voice-activated fuel switch gone haywire after Captain Sabharwal muttered, "Cut it off," while ranting about his ex-wife? Social media's having a field day, With one ex-user joking, Indian Air Force just invented the world's fastest descent, no runway required. The media's know better. Reuters and the BBC are accused of pinning it on the pilots to protect Boeing's precious reputation, while Op India claims it's a Western plot to sabotage India's mango exports. Who needs facts when you've got headlines? The satirical twist, a fuel-saving hero. Here's our take: maybe Captain Sabharwal and First Officer Kunder were eco-warriors, shutting off the fuel to reduce their carbon footprint. Think green, fly lean. Could have been their motto, until gravity had other plans. Or perhaps they were playing a high-stakes game of pilot says, and someone misheard fuel on as fuel off. Oops! The big finish, a story soon forgotten. And that's tonight's top story, folks. Will we ever know who flipped the switches? Will the survivor in 11A write a bestseller? Probably not. We'll all be distracted by next week's viral cat video. Speaking of which, up next, a tabby in Ohio's mastered Beethoven on the piano. Stay tuned, because in a world of crashing planes and diplomatic disasters, at least the cats still have their act together. Good night, and keep your fuel switches on.